Dealing with a narcissist is never a straightforward experience. It often begins innocently in intense connection, magnetic charm, or someone who seems incredibly self-assured. But beneath that surface lies a complex personality structure rooted in insecurity and control. Over time, their charm fades, replaced by emotional manipulation, gaslighting, and a relationship dynamic that centers entirely around them. But what happens when you finally call them out? When you name the behavior, stand your ground, and refuse to tolerate their patterns? Their reaction can feel like emotional whiplash. That's because narcissists don't respond like most people do when faced with criticism. Instead, they often deploy a series of psychological defense mechanisms, designed not just to protect their ego, but to confuse and destabilize you. As a relationship consultant and psychologist, I've seen how damaging these patterns can be. I've also seen how powerful it is when someone finally begins to recognize the signs. That moment of clarity, however painful, is the beginning of healing. Let's explore 9 common behaviors narcissists display when confronted. These aren't just random reactions. They're strategic, deeply ingrained tactics to maintain control. And the more clearly you recognize them, the more empowered you become. Number 1, denial. The first response you're likely to encounter is absolute denial. Narcissists have carefully built a self-image that supports their inflated sense of superiority and perfection. Any form of criticism feels like an attack on their very identity. So instead of listening to your concerns, they flat out reject them. "That's not true," they'll say, "or you're making things up." It doesn't matter how much evidence you provide, photos, messages, timelines, they'll find a way to refute it. Denial isn't just about disagreeing. It's about rewriting reality to maintain their illusion of flawlessness. For the narcissist, admitting fault is impossible. For you, this reaction can feel invalidating and surreal, but remember, their denial is a defense mechanism, not a reflection of the truth. Number 2, playing the victim. After denial, the next tactic is often emotional manipulation, specifically, playing the victim. Suddenly, they're not the one who hurt you. They're the one being attacked by your honesty. They'll spin your confrontation into a sob story. "I try so hard, and you never appreciate me. Everyone always turns on me." It's a deflection strategy that turns attention away from their actions and onto your perceived insensitivity. This reaction can trigger guilt and confusion. You may begin to question if you were too harsh or if your expectations were unfair. That's exactly what they want to silence your truth with your own compassion. But don't fall for it. Real victims take responsibility. Narcissists weaponize victimhood to avoid it. Number 3, gaslighting. Gaslighting is one of the most harmful behaviors you can experience from a narcissist, especially when you dare to hold them accountable. It's a slow and insidious form of psychological warfare where your memories, emotions, and perceptions are consistently challenged. They'll say things like, "You're imagining things," or "You're just being dramatic." They might even rewrite entire events to make you question your sanity. Over time, this manipulation can leave you feeling lost. Unsure of what's real and what isn't? Gaslighting ISN. T about winning an argument, tit. S about making you so unsure of yourself that you stop arguing altogether? When confronted, the narcissist will use gaslighting to regain control by dismantling your confidence in your own mind. Number 4, counterattacks. Instead of addressing the issue, a narcissist might go on the offensive. The moment you confront them, they turn the spotlight on you. Suddenly, your flaws, your past mistakes, and your supposed shortcomings become the focus. They might say things like, "Well, look at what you did last week," or "You're no saint either." This isn't constructive conversation. It's a calculated counterattack meant to deflect attention and put you on the defensive. In these moments, it's easy to get sucked into justifying yourself or defending your past. But remember, this is a trap. It's not about resolution. It's about evasion. Narcissist wants to ensure that you feel too flawed to ever question them again. Number 5, silent treatment. When all else fails, silence becomes their weapon. The narcissist may suddenly withdraw, ignore your messages, avoid you in public, or give you a cold, punishing stare that screams disapproval. This is not a peaceful timeout or a healthy boundary. It's a form of emotional control. By refusing to communicate, they place you in a position of anxiety and desperation. You begin to wonder what you did wrong, and that's exactly the point. The silent treatment is designed to make you chase after them to apologize, to beg for reconciliation, to drop your confrontation entirely. It's emotional blackmail, wrapped in silence. Number 6. Strategic flattery. Sometimes narcissists do something that seems completely unexpected. They become charming, sweet, even loving. They might compliment you, express gratitude, or tell you how much they admire your strength and intelligence. But make no mistake, this isn't a breakthrough, it's a tactic. By flattering you, they attempt to distract you from your original concerns. Suddenly, you're caught off guard. You may even feel guilty for having confronted them in the first place. This kind of manipulation is particularly tricky because it feels good in the moment. But genuine flattery comes with sincerity and change. Narcissistic flattery comes with strings attached and an expiration date. Number 7. Promises to change. After a confrontation, a narcissist might appear to finally understand your pain. They may say all the right things. I didn't know I was hurting you. Or you're right, I need to change. These promises can sound incredibly convincing, especially when you've been waiting for this moment for so long. But be cautious. For narcissists, change isn't a commitment, it's a delay tactic. They want to diffuse the tension, win back your trust, and avoid immediate consequences. Once the pressure fades, so do their promises. Change requires self-awareness, humility, and effort, 3 things narcissists rarely sustain. So while their words may be hopeful, their actions tell the real story. Don't settle for potential. Look for consistency. Number 8. Cutting you off. In some cases, the narcissist won't engage in any of the above. Instead, they'll cut you off completely. It's no warning, no conversation, just silence, distance, and a vanished relationship. This tactic can be incredibly painful, especially if you believed the relationship had depth. But for narcissists, people are tools to be used, not connections to be nurtured. The moment you stop playing by their rules, they discard you to protect their ego. This reaction isn't about your worth, it's about their inability to face criticism. And while it may feel like abandonment, it's actually liberation freedom from a cycle that was never truly about mutual respect or growth. Number 9. Refusing responsibility. At the root of every narcissistic reaction is an unwillingness to take genuine responsibility. They might deny, deflect, flatter, manipulate, or walk away, but what they rarely, if ever, do is admit they were wrong. Why? Because owning their actions would mean acknowledging imperfection. And for someone whose entire identity is built on superiority, that's simply too threatening. This refusal is the clearest indicator of narcissism. No matter what mask they wear, victim, hero, lover, ghost it, all leads back to this core truth. They cannot face the reality of their own impact. And until they do, true accountability will always be out of reach. So, what can you do? Recognizing these behaviors is painful, but also powerful. It gives you the clarity to make choices that protect your peace, rather than chasing validation from someone incapable of offering it. Here are 3 ways to regain control. Set clear boundaries. Define what's acceptable and stand firm, even when they try to cross the line. Protect your self-worth. Don't let their reactions define your value. You are not the problem, they are unwilling to see theirs. Reach out for support. Healing from narcissistic abuse often requires community, therapy, and time. You don't have to walk this journey alone. If you've made it this far, take a deep breath. You've taken the first step toward understanding, and that's where healing begins. As a relationship consultant and psychologist, I want you to remember this. Your boundaries are valid. Your voice matters, and your peace is worth protecting. Have you seen these behaviors before? How did you deal with them? Share your story in the comments. You might be surprised by how many people relate. If this video brought you clarity, subscribe to STR TV for more insights on emotional resilience, relationship dynamics, and mental well-being. Your journey toward healing and self-protection starts with knowledge. NTR TV is here to walk with you. Above all, remember this. You are not alone, and your healing is already in motion.